With a mixture of a martial arts dojo and serene sanctum pathways, thematically, Haven is one of the more balanced maps. Strategically as well, both attackers and defenders will need to focus on locking down a number of locations on the map and quick rotations. With the addition of a third site, players are going to need to be aware of important callouts and spots to watch for. Step into the dojo and become a master of defense on Haven. The A site is one of the more open locations on the map, and defenders should be aware of a few key locations. Look for attackers entering from A long or trying to claim the ultimate orb, A short, and keep your eyes on a flank from A link. From defender side spawn, head left towards A site. Players will be given two options to entering, heading up the stairs to A tower, otherwise known as Heaven, or down through A link. Heading up the stairs into Heaven, players will be given a perfect view of the site. Defenders should place at least one player in this location to hold vision on both A long and A short. This also gives you a clear view of the ultimate orb within A long, which will be a contested area. Now if we drop into A site, defenders will have numerous angles and cubbies to hold from. Playing underneath Heaven in Hell or pressed against the wall at the top or bottom of A long stairs can give defenders a number of angles to hold from. A short is another spot that offers more aggressive positioning for defenders. Heading down into the ramp, defenders playing this spot have a clear view into A lobby and A garden. Now keep in mind, attackers start closer to this positioning and will have the higher angle. You gotta keep your eyes up. A safer spot to play A short from is the top of the ramp inside A's site. If you're defending A, the agents you want there are Jet, Sage, and Brimstone. Using her gliding from Heaven or updraft, Jet's able to reach the high ground and hold from on top of any of the stacked boxes. Sage is perfect for A due to her ability to both wall off long A and barrier orb, or use her slow to shut down A short and any other advances. And then finally Brimstone, well he's Brimstone. He can gain an advantage over attackers coming from A short by sending his incendiary to the tight corner, as well as sky smoking A long to secure the orb himself. Brimstone can also smoke mid from A short. Defenders trying to retake the site will have to be extremely careful of attackers positioned in Heaven, underneath in Hell, besides the Radiantite boxes in the middle of the site, inside the A short cubby, as well as playing inside the A link connector. There's only a few places attackers can actually plant a spike on A. Look for the common locations in front and behind of the Radiantite boxes in the center. Rotations on Haven are very quick from site to site. Running through A link takes us directly into the B site. While B is a smaller singular room, there are several areas the site can be assaulted from. Defenders should be wary of all of these areas. Attackers can wait for you inside the mid window, or they may come up from the base of the courtyard. Be careful of the corner box on the left side of mid. Look for strong angles on mid window and the courtyard from either side of the center doorway. If you're looking for a more aggressive angle, look to play from the cubby at the top of the courtyard. When trying to hold the site from flanks, defenders should set up a number of spots against the doorways or in B back behind the wooden separator, holding either side door. More often than not, attackers are going to aim to push through the mid doors to C link to flank. Holding B is basic, but it becomes significantly more complicated once other areas on the map are lost. The agents you want to defend B site are Raze and Omen. Raze's paint shells can be extremely difficult to get away from once you're inside the courtyard, or if chucked into mid window. Her explosives offer a significant amount of zoning to ward off attackers. Young Omen can use Shrouded Step to hop up on top of the servers or crates in order to gain an advantage. Dark Cover can also be used to shut off the doorways as well as the window. Although the room is small, retaking it can be tough. Defenders should look to attack from multiple angles to catch attackers off guard. Be wary, players boosted up to the high ground or looking at the spike from mid can always be devastating. If the attackers get there, look for the spike to be planted in either cubby, on the front side of the servers, or on the back side towards B back. Serving as the midpoint between the other two sites, defenders can head through B site into C link to reach C window and eventually C site. C window and C short, we call that garage. It's one of the most important locations on the map. You're gonna hear it all the time. It offers attackers multiple ways to be in C, and defenders should have at least one player here to hold it. Defenders should play from the window. More aggressively, you can play against the wall next to the door if you want to catch attackers off guard. Keep in mind, mid-doors can only be shot through after the metal plating is destroyed. The C site area opens up significantly. Defenders have very important directions to watch inside a C site: garage, C cubby, and C long. Much like A long, C long is going to be a point of contention due to the ultimate orb. Should attackers push up long, keep an eye on the cubby to the left. Here's a few important locations to chill at when you're defending C site. First, to the right by the elevator. Standing behind it gives you a deeper view of C long, while jumping on top of it will let you see directly into C cubby and C garage. Second, the left side on top of the logs. This also gives defenders a high ground advantage against pushes. And third, playing directly behind the Radiant boxes in the middle lets you keep an eye on the ultimate orb without completely exposing yourself. Agents that are great for defending C are Breach and Cypher. Breach's fault line can cover the entirety of C long, and his Aftershock and Flashpoint are excellent at shutting down pushes into garage. Cypher can trapwire both garage and C long to secure kills on attackers. His Cyber Cage also fills up both the long haul and the mid doors, making it difficult to push on through. If you're attempting to retake C site, you'll have a number of areas to approach from. Garage might be the most important, since it offers two paths to the site, but be careful approaching through C link, as it's a tight space that exposes you to a number of angles as you answer. Look for attackers on the elevator, by the main Radiant boxes, on top of the logs, and of course, by garage. When sniffing around for a defuse, look for the spike in front of the Radiant boxes, as well as all the way against the back wall, behind the double stacked boxes. Attackers like to think they're clever and hide it behind the stuff. Rotations in general are a theme for maps in Valorant. You're always moving from point A to point B, or in this case, to point C. With the addition of a third bomb site, they're more important than ever. Be calm and study the map when playing Haven. Knowing where everyone is at any given time will allow you to make the right call on when to move. Rotate too soon, and you'll leave your area exposed. Rotate too late, and you'll often find yourself at a disadvantage. Communication and teamwork are key to finding success on Haven.